हेलो चिल्ड्रन, अब तक आप क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन के कई वीडियोस देख चुके होंगे. यू मस्ट हैव गॉन थ्रू हाउ सॉइल प्रिपरेशन इज डन, हाउ सोइंग इज डन, हाउ इरिगेशन इज डन. पर कहानी अभी ख़त्म नहीं हुई है. सिर्फ इतना आसान नहीं है आपकी प्लेट तक रोटी और चावल पहुंचाना. जी हाँ, सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू रीड अबाउट वीड्स एंड वीडिसाइड्स. तो ये वीड हैं क्या? जी, द अनवांटेड प्लांट्स. आप कुछ और ग्रो कर रहे हैं, आप वीट ग्रो कर रहे हैं, आप राइस ग्रो कर रहे हैं, जो आपका मेन स्टेपल प्रोडक्ट है, लेकिन उसके साथ आपकी फील्ड में उग रहा है ग्रास, चेनोपोडियम, एमरैंथिस, जो आपको नहीं चाहिए. तो ये होते हैं वीड्स. वीड्स आर अनवांटेड प्लांट्स विच ग्रो along with cultivated crops in the fields. Example, chenopodium, which is also known as bathua, amaranthus, which is cholai, and grass. कुछ बच्चे सोच रहे होंगे, अरे बथुआ उगता है तो क्या बुरी बात है, ये तो अच्छी बात है, राइट? जी, हम इसे इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, किन्हीं किन्हीं वीड्स को हम इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, बट वीड्स आर नॉट ऑलवेज गुड. व्हाई? बिकॉज वीड्स compete with other crop plants for nutrients, water, sunlight and space. राइट? सपोज आपकी क्लास में बहुत सारे बच्चे हो जाएं, तो बेंच में कौन कहाँ बैठेगा, कौन कितनी स्पेस लेगा, दो सेक्शन कंबाइन हो जाए तो ये मुश्किल आती है ना आप में. यस, वैसे ही weeds will start to compete with the actual crops in the field for sunlight, nutrients, water and space, and this will not be healthy for the actual crops that are growing in the field. Now weeds also interfere in harvesting. आपने देखा होगा मम्मी जब धनिया, मेथी ये सारी चीज़ें लाती हैं, शी इज़ वेरी केयरफुल कि उसके साथ कहीं ग्रास भी ना आ जाए. ग्रास भी आप पता चला सीजनिंग में धनिया के साथ घास भी खा रहे हैं हम, राइट? वी वुड नॉट लाइक दैट टू हैपन. सो वीड्स कैन बी दैट डेंजरस और पॉइजनस इफ इट इज मिक्सड विद द हार्वेस्टेड प्लांट्स. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट दीज. So how can weeds be removed, right? Weeds के removal को हम weeding कहते हैं. Removal of weeds is known as weeding, and this can be done by two methods. The first method is the manual method. Manual method में, manual weeding में आप हाथों से uprooting कर सकते हैं, right? You can uproot the weeds with your own hands or use a trowel or a khurpi to do the same. This is the traditional method which is still very frequently followed, right? You must have seen your mom do this in your garden area as well, right? So it is used in cultivation also. So weeds may also be pulled out during plowing. अगर plowing के वक्त कोई weeds रह गए हैं तो हम इसे हटा सकते हैं using seed drill or a hoe, right? So we don't want weeds to interfere with our cultivation. But manual method is very time taking and needs a lot of effort. So we can do this by using weedicide. Weedicides are chemicals that kill only weeds. जी हाँ, they do not harm the actual crops, they only kill the weeds. कुछ common example हैं 2,4-D, MCPA, butachlor, right? So ये main crop को नहीं खराब करते हैं, but they have a dangerous effect. The person who is spraying this weedicide may get affected. उनकी respiratory system में effect हो सकता है. So weeds को हम किन weedicides के help से हटा सकते हैं? Let's find out. So some of the famous weedicides are 2,4-D, right? And if you know the actual name, it's a little difficult to pronounce. 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. So it's 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. You are usually not asked the full form of it. You usually call it 2,4-D, right? And then MCPA, which is 2-methyl-4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid. Then there is butachlor and there is sinicizin. So these are some famous weedicides that can be used. You should at least remember 2,4-D. That is a very commonly used weedicide. As I told you, this weedicide is not harmful for the actual crops, but the person who is spraying it needs to be careful. It may enter his respiratory system and may affect him. So, the person or the farmer who is spraying the weedicide needs to cover his nose and mouth for his own protection. Are weeds the only problem during cultivation? No. There are pests and insects that are continuously trying to create problems in the field. Look at this. This is locust, some insects and a rodent like rat. Yes, you got it right. We have to be very careful about protecting our crops from these as well. So to control pests and the rodents, we will use pesticides and rodenticides. Right? So there are some insecticides also used for insects to not keep breeding in our crop. Right? They can harm the crop product very easily. So the insecticide that we use is Gemexine. Right? It is also DDT. These two are very common insecticides. Then you also have certain fungal diseases happening in the plants. For example, rust of wheat is also a fungal infection, very common in wheat plants. We use rodenticides to kill rats. You must all have experienced rat coming into your home and your mom being very terrified due to it. Same happens with the crops as well. That's all for today, children. We will come back with another video on crop production, which will include harvesting and storing as well. Till then, keep going through the videos and do subscribe the videos too. Thank you.